Good evening, welcome to TVS Nightline. You're now with me, Douglas Elliott. Tonight's top stories. Sarawak to plant over 35 million trees by 2025. Putrajaya set to announce a new economic narrative in August, and the longest-serving former Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi dies at 86. The Sarawak government is actively undertaking multiple mega projects that align with global initiatives to combat environmental pollution. The state's premier, Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, revealed that these mega projects are being implemented to maximize socio-economic benefits while simultaneously minimizing its carbon footprint. And as such, he stressed the importance of addressing climate change through development, promotion, and utilization of renewable energy sources.
Sarawak is very fortunate that we are gifted with abundance of natural resources. We have renewable hydropower generated from mega dams, and we are now looking beyond this. We are now studying the possibility of producing algae-based biomass product, that is from our microalgae, including biofuel for jet and truck.
He said this while officiating the Permanent Forest Reserve Awareness and Conservation Program for 2023 on Monday. Meanwhile, Abang Johari stated that Sarawak, through Sarawak Economic Development Corporation SEDC Energy, is currently collaborating with a Japanese company to produce green hydrogen for domestic use and export to Japan and Singapore.
Last year, Sarawak Energy and SEDC Energy partnered with the trio of South Korean firms to explore the production of green ammonia, green methanol, and green hydrogen, as I said, up to the year 2037. With this alternative renewable energy, we are confident that we can contribute to the reduction in petroleum uses, greenhouse gases emission, and air pollution.
Also present at the event were Sarawak's Deputy Premier, Dato' Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan, Malaysia's Deputy Minister of Natural Resources, Environment and Climate Change, Dato' Sri Huang Tiong Si, Sarawak Forestry Director, Dato' Hamdin Mohamad, and other guests.
Meanwhile, Sarawak Premier Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg reaffirmed the state's commitment to plant over 35 million trees by 2025, which he notes as one of the strategies in place by the state government to achieve net zero emissions by 2050.
This is also very much in line with the Forest Landscape Restoration Initiative, with the mission to ensure that Sarawak is forever green. This has led to various activities and programs being implemented.
Speaking at a press conference later, Abang Johari said various indigenous plant species are being planted as part of the tree planting initiative. He added that Sarawak is also contributing to a significant portion of the nation's total forest cover.
Dan Sarawak telah memberikan contribution very sizable, 23 million.
Almost 23 million.
Almost 23 million.
Already planted.
And you must remember that 42% kita pun forest cover in Malaysia, kita cover 42%.
Now, Malaysia will soon unveil a new economic narrative in August to better steer the country's economy moving forward. Prime Minister Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim said the Madani narrative is important to facilitate policy implementation plans at the ministerial and related department levels. Anwar, who is also the finance minister, informed that the narrative will become the general framework for the country's economic pulse, providing each ministry and agency with clear instructions for putting forth the unity government's economic plans into action. He added, at present, the government is prioritizing and focusing on economic areas that require public understanding. Meanwhile, Economy Minister Rafizi Ramli said the economy narrative will focus on creating a sustainable high-value economy, improving social security coverage, as well as reforming the labor market to face economic structural challenges. In global affairs, former Italian Prime Minister and billionaire media mogul Silvio Berlusconi died on Monday at the age of 86. The longest-serving Italian Prime Minister had been suffering from leukemia and had recently developed a lung infection. A state funeral will be held for Berlusconi in Milan's Duomo Cathedral on Wednesday.
Berlusconi led Italy 3 times between 1994 and 2011 for a total of 9 years from 1994 to 1995, 2001 to 2006, and 2008 to 2011. Although he doesn't have a direct role in government, his Forza Italia party is a member of Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni's right-wing coalition. While he no longer has a role in government, his demise is likely to destabilize Italian politics in the coming months. His influence extended well beyond politics, thanks to his extensive TV, newspaper, and sporting interests. He is survived by his 33-year-old girlfriend, 2 ex-wives, and 5 children, some of whom helped run his empire, recently estimated to be worth around $7 billion. Berlusconi began his career as a real estate magnate before investing in television channels which broke the mold in Italy, featuring shows particularly popular with housewives. His empire also included football. He reigned supreme at AC Milan from 1986 until 2017, during which time the club won 29 trophies.
The prosperity enjoyed by Sarawak today is due to the harmonious coexistence of its ethnicities. Sarawak's Premier Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg emphasized that the racial tolerance and mutual understanding among its multi-ethnic and multi-religious populations has garnered attention as well as served as an example to other states.
This kawan, very special kawan. Disebabkan moto kita tahun ini, segulai sejalan, has attracted our Prime Minister. And the Prime Minister said this is the concept that we have to promote throughout Malaysia. It is indeed an honor not only to the Dayak community but to Sarawak, because the top leadership adopted that concept.
He said this during his speech at the Gawai Open House event organized by the Sarawak Premier's office at the State Legislative Assembly Dun Complex on Monday. He further clarified that the unity government seeks a harmonious nation for the development of the country, thereby enhancing Malaysia's competitiveness on the international stage. Abang Johari also expressed his hope for continued cooperation between the civil service and the state government to ensure the success of Sarawak's economic policies, leading to the region to becoming a developed state by 2030.
First quarter, we managed to collect 5 billion ringgit in our revenue. Itu baru first quarter. Then we hope at the end of the year, we have multiple harvests for us to share with the rakyat.
Also present were Deputy Premiers Dato' Amar Douglas Uga Umbas, Dato' Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan, and Dato' Sri Dr. Sim Kuhian.
The Malaysian Sports Committee, or SUKMA, has officially approved the proposal to hold SUKMA 2024 in Sarawak. The highly anticipated event is scheduled to take place from August 17 to 24th, promising a week filled with intense sporting competitions and remarkable achievements. Minister of Youth and Sports Hannah Yeoh expressed her enthusiasm for the Games, which will feature over 37 sports. 5 new events have been introduced in the lineup, including softball, cricket, chess, kabaddi, and silambam.
Sarawak, the proud host state, in collaboration with the National Sports Council, has agreed to include several exciting sports in both SUKMA 2024 and 2026. However, for these sports, participation from 6 states is required. set to take place next year across 8 divisions in Sarawak. The competition promises to bring a thrilling atmosphere throughout the state. The only exception is the cycling event, which will be held on Peninsula, adding a unique dynamic to the overall experience. In addition to Sukma Para Games will also captivate the nation, with the event scheduled from September 21st to 28th, with Kuching and Samarahan serving as the host divisions for this inspiring gathering of para athletes. Furthermore, Sarawak has taken a significant step forward by becoming the first state to embrace the usage of the new Xeon Zoysia type grass in one of its stadiums in providing top-notch facilities for sporting events. Hannah revealed this pioneering move by Sarawak sets an example for future advancements in sports infrastructure.
Right, we'll be taking a short break. Coming up right after, National Diving Queen Pandalela named as National Unity Icon, plus thousands evacuated as Philippine volcano erupts. Right here on TVS Nightline, we'll be back. Now, it is a flight of anticipation for Sarawak to establish its own boutique airline, after a full application was submitted to the federal government for assessment and approval. Now, in response to Julau Member of Parliament, Deputy Transport Minister Dato' Hasbi Habibullah said the Ministry of Transport, through the Malaysian Aviation Commission or MAVCOM, will review the proposal and will give it due consideration, which will review the applicant's financial plan, the legitimacy of the management, as well as the overall operating proposal.
Syarat-syarat yang dipertimbangkan sebelum memberi kelulusan pengoperasian adalah syarikat penerbangan baharu perlu mendapatkan lesen perkhidmatan udara ataupun Air Service License ASL daripada Suruhanjaya Penerbangan Malaysia MAVCOM dan sijil operator udara ataupun Air Operator Certificate AOC daripada pihak berkuasa penerbangan Malaysia CAAM bagi membolehkan syarikat penerbangan tersebut menjalankan perkhidmatan penerbangan, berjadual penumpang dan kargo secara berjadual.
National diving darling Datuk Pandalila Rinong has been chosen as the national unity icon, placing her alongside remarkable individuals such as the late and great Tan Sri P. Ramlee. National Unity Minister Dato Aaron Argo Dagang said that this was part of a unifying effort to strengthen unity among Malaysians, especially among the younger generation.
Memang itulah hasrat kita di jabatan ataupun di Kementerian Perpaduan Negara, dan kita panggil mereka ni legenda-legenda ni sebagai ikon perpaduan. Sekarang ini kita melihat perenang kita yang juga menjadi ikon, dan kita masukkan beliau ke dalam agensi di bawah kita, seperti Pandalela. Kita masukkan beliau supaya beliau menjadi ikon di Kementerian Perpaduan Negara.
Hailed from Bau, Sarawak, the 29-year-old Bidayuh Las was also awarded the 2021 National Sportswoman Recognition for the fourth time.
Up to June 1st, 2023, 8.5 million vaccine doses of various make have expired at the Ministry of Health COVID-19 vaccine storage facilities and warehouses. Deputy Health Minister Lukanisma Awangsani revealed that the disposal and records of inventory are conducted in accordance with the asset and store management guidelines.
Lukanisman also revealed that periodic monitoring of expiry dates were conducted. He stressed that this step was necessary, even though it may be perceived as too little too late.
Memandangkan terdapat vaksin yang baru iaitu bivalence, kita merasakan ada keperluan dan juga keputusan tersebut sememangnya pernah diumumkan oleh mantan Menteri Kesihatan, dan setelah kerajaan baru mengambil alih, kita melihat ada keperluan. Walaupun keputusan tersebut agak lambat sedikit, tetapi ini adalah merupakan keputusan terbaik memandangkan kita tak dapat menukarkan vaksin-vaksin yang sedia ada kepada produk-produk yang lain. Kita perlu apple to apple, means like vaccine turn into vaccine. So bivalent is the best solution at the moment untuk kita mengelakkan pembaziran ataupun pelupusan dilakukan lebih segera. Dengan pemilikan ataupun perolehan bivalent ini, kita akan dapat memanjangkan lagi tempoh vaksin, stok vaksin yang ada di dalam negara.
Commenting further, he said the Ministry of Health had also offered the vaccines to other countries in an effort to curb wastage.
Walaupun demikian, terdapat sebahagian daripada vaksin-vaksin yang ada pada simpanan Malaysia telah kita dermakan, sumbangkan kepada negara seperti Bosnia, Herzegovina, Laos, Myanmar dan juga Bangladesh. Terdapat hampir 1.18 juta vaksin telah kita sumbangkan kepada negara-negara tersebut.
He was met after speaking on the white paper on COVID-19 vaccine procurement management in Parliament on Monday.
In business update, Malaysia's total trade rose by 27.8% to a record high of 2.8 trillion ringgit in 2022 versus 2.2 trillion ringgit in the year before. Department of Statistics Malaysia DOSM said exports grew 25% to 1.6 trillion ringgit in 2022, while imports rose by 31.3% to 1.3 trillion ringgit. Similarly, 7 states posted double-digit growth for exports and imports, namely Labuan, Sarawak, Kedah, Johor, Perlis, Penang, as well as Sabah.
Higher exports were also recorded in most states, with Penang taking the lead with 107.7 billion ringgit, followed by Johor with 84.7 billion ringgit and Sarawak with 45.4 billion ringgit. However, it said exports fell in Perak by 2.2 billion ringgit or 5.6% to 37.1 billion ringgit. Penang remained the top exporter with a share of 29.9%, followed by Johor with 21% and Selangor with 17.8%. Underpinned by strong exports of electronic integrated circuits in Penang and Selangor, while refined petroleum products were the main contributors of exports in Johor. Import-wise, Johor came up top with 96.3 billion ringgit in import, Penang posting 61.1 billion ringgit, and Selangor with 56 billion ringgit. Expansion in imports was also posted by Sarawak with 10.8 billion ringgit. Welcome back. Thousands of residents living near the Mayon volcano in the Philippines have taken shelter in evacuation centers. Officials warned on Sunday of health risk from the ash, debris, as well as toxic gases spewing from the rumbling crater.
The Philippines Civil Defense Office said more than 12,800 people have been moved to evacuation centers, most from farming villages at or near the foot of the volcano. Mayon, about 330 kilometers southeast of the capital Manila, is considered one of the most volatile of the country's 24 active volcanoes. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology said rocks were falling from a disintegrating lava dome being pushed out of the crater by molten material below the earth. State volcanologists said the rocks were raining down on areas up to 2 kilometers away, and sulfur dioxide emissions had tripled on Saturday. A 5-step alert system for the volcano was raised from 2 to 3 on Thursday, with authorities warning of possible respiratory illnesses from inhaling fumes. Earthquakes and volcanic activity are common in the Philippines due to its position on the Pacific Ring of Fire, where tectonic plates collide. 5 years ago, Mayon displaced tens of thousands of people after spewing millions of tons of ash, rocks, and lava.
And a man in Australia has been charged with dangerous driving after the bus he was driving overturned and killed 10 passengers and injuring 25 others, all of whom were guests of a wedding at a local winery. In what local authorities describe as Australia's deadliest road accident in 16 years. Police said they had charged a 58-year-old man with 10 offences relating to dangerous or negligent driving and denied him bail ahead of a court hearing on Tuesday.
At this stage, there are 10 people confirmed deceased, and a further 25 people have been transported to hospital, and at this stage they have varying injuries. A 58-year-old man, the driver of the coach, was taken to hospital for mandatory testing, and he's now at Cessnock Police Station and currently under arrest.
The accident occurred around 11:30 p.m. local time on Sunday near the town of Greta, about 100 kilometers northwest of Sydney. Currently, the accident appeared to be a single vehicle collision as the police are trying to identify all passengers.
All of us know the joy of going to a wedding, a chance to celebrate dear friends and family. They are some of the happiest times that you can have. For a joyous day like that in a beautiful place to end with such terrible loss of life and injury is so cruel and so sad and so unfair. People hire a bus for weddings in order to keep their guests safe, and that just adds to the unimaginable nature of this tragedy.
Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese also took the time to express his sympathies on Monday for the victims and their families.
A British national was arrested in South Korea on Monday after he attempted to scale the country's tallest skyscraper, the sixth tallest in the world, without any equipment. George King Thompson was forced to abandon his climb on the 123-story Lotte World Tower with his bare hands.
King Thompson was more than an hour into his ascent when the authorities forced him to get into a maintenance cradle and enter the building. The 24-year-old man was handed over to the police for questioning, and no comments are available as of now. George King Thompson was once arrested and jailed for climbing the Sharp building in London in 2019, as well as spent 4 months in prison in Spain in 2022 for a base jumping stunt from the top of Europe's tallest and fastest roller coaster.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the eye on the world with local and international updates. More headlines anytime. Visit our website at tvstv.my or follow us on our social media. Meanwhile, the Rainforest World Music Festival returns from the 23rd to 25th of June. Now don't miss out on these exciting activities as well as line up by grabbing your tickets at rwmf.net. And that's all the time we have for TVS Nightline. I'm Douglas Elliott. Thank you for watching.